Hi, super busy mommies. Let's talk about how to wind down after a day of total chaos as a super busy mom. Cheers. Now, I know a lot of you are in very different situations, so I will give some tips for those of you who are collapsing to get 4 hours of sleep after a day of going nonstop, and some more luxurious things to try for those of you who find yourself with a little bit of time to wind down in the evening. First of all, avoid alcohol. Alcohol interrupts your sleep, even though it may knock you out initially. This is dark cherry juice. Cherries have a substance that helps your body to produce melatonin, which is the hormone that tells your body it's time to go to bed and makes you sleepy. So if you can eat some fresh dark cherries, or maybe get some frozen ones, or get some dark cherry juice, this one's from Purium, then that is a really nice thing to wind down to, and it tastes pretty yummy. Now, for those of you who need some other quick fixes that don't take too much time, let's look at adaptogens. So, adaptogens help your body to combat the physical and mental effects of stress. And some of them are energizing, and some of them are what I like to call the downer adaptogens. And so over here we have one. Can you see it? Will it focus? Will it focus? Valerian root. Okay, this one is from Nature's Way. I like it. Holy basil extract. This one is from Now. These are the brands I like. Now, these are light downers. Now, if you need something a bit more intense, this is Naturals Kava Kava. Oh, I wish it would focus a little bit better than that. Sorry, guys. Now, Kava is a miracle for people who have like really strong anxiety, but beware, the first time you try it, I'd make sure you don't really have anything crazy to do the next day, because you might feel a little bit high. But yeah, these can all help you to wind down and de-stress. Of course, they're individual, so don't go out and buy all of these and start taking all of them. Experiment and see which one works the best for your body, gives the best effect, and after you see how they affect you individually, then you can try combining them. But give yourself a few days too, because the ones that might be great for you to use as needed might be too much if you take them every day. So it's really all about experimenting and seeing what's good for your body. Some other supplements that can help you. Obviously, just you can supplement melatonin. The problem is if you take melatonin on a regular basis, it can actually make your body dependent, where your body doesn't produce your own melatonin. And so melatonin, if you want to take it a couple nights a week when you have like really rough nights, that's great. Melatonin is actually has anti-cancer properties so that's great, but again, not on a consistent basis. So 3 milligrams, you can take more if you have to. Give it a shot, see how you react. I personally don't take it if it's less than 7 hours before I need to get up, because then I'm gonna wake up feeling way too groggy. I'm sure the exact hour varies from person to person, but just keep that in mind. Like, if you know that you have to be up in 5 hours, you might not want to take this. It might backfire. This is a new one I was introduced to. Shout out to Dalma Vasquez of Dalma Wellness. This one is called Calm, and it's a magnesium supplement. But, I've taken magnesium supplements before and didn't really notice anything. This one, it's magnesium carbonate, and I guess it just reacts really well with my body, but I noticed a difference the first day I took it. It's pretty fantastic stuff. But the thing with magnesium is it's actually absorbed really well through the skin. So you can get magnesium rubs. Epsom salt baths are great for magnesium absorption. Or what I've been doing lately, if you live near a salty body of water, go for a dip. There's some magnesium in that'll soak into your skin. The Epsom salt baths are really nice too, but I know not everyone has time. So if you don't live near an ocean and you can't replace your, 3-minute shower that you get as a busy mom with a nice warm Epsom salt bath instead, then maybe try some of this stuff, or you can combine them. Can't hurt. Now some other practices to try. When you're going to bed, it's really great to create some separation from the rest of your day, not to just like collapse in bed, your mind's all racing, and try to, have a restful night's sleep like that. It just doesn't work very well. So if you have like no time, you're not going to get very much sleep, I would still, even if you're looking at 3 hours of sleep, I would dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to meditating, okay? Even as little as 5 minutes, but 5 to 10. As you become more effective in your meditations, it'll make sense to take even more of that time out of sleep. Like now I'll take, half an hour to an hour out of sleep because I know that I'm going to sleep so much more deeply and I'm going to wake up feeling so much better. But I started with only a few minutes. You'll feel when it's time to increase because you'll feel the difference when you do and when you don't do it. So start with that. And you don't have to, you can have an altar and a meditation cushion and whatever, that's great, but you don't need to. You can literally just sit in your bed, just sit in your bed. I wouldn't lie down because I know how tired you are after a crazy day, and you probably won't get the most effective meditation, but just take your phone, put a timer for 5 minutes, sit in your bed, if you can, without your back supported, actually nice and straight to help with, just helps with energy flow and stuff if you're into that. But if not, just trust me on it. Sit up nice and straight in bed, and whatever kind of meditation resonates with you. I don't even care at this point. If you're an avid meditator, then you'll be able to be picky about this. If you're not, then just start with any form that meditates with you. Sit there in silence, focus on your breath. One that's really helpful is to imagine just surrendering to however you feel, relaxing through it, letting it take over your body, and then just waiting for it to pass on its own. That's one that really helps me to end my day. You can always message me for more information on, books and apps and things that can get you started with different forms of meditation if you haven't found one that seems to click for you. Another thing that is great to do in the evening, some movement, but light movement, right? You don't want to go for a run right before bed. For some people, the stress relief from that can be helpful and you can just burn yourself out, kind of like a kid running around a playground. But for most people, it winds you up too much. So, some light yoga. Those of you who have done my programs know the joint flow routine, pretty much just moving all your joints through their full range of motion in every direction you can. Bend, twist, everything from your head all the way down to your little toes. And you can do that really quick in 2 minutes, or you can really take your time and really circle your head a bunch of times, move your shoulders nice and slow, and it could be a 15-minute routine or even more. So that's up to you. But it helps just get rid of some of that stiffness, maintain your blood flow and your range of motion, and just kind of get that out before you knock into bed. So 2 minutes moving your joints, 5 minutes meditation, that's 7 minutes to take out of sleep. That's actually it's worth you losing 7 minutes of sleep to do that, even if you're getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night, 100%. And then keep in mind overstimulation. So we're in an electronic-based society. You're watching this on an electronic device. That's what we're used to, right? And I don't want to say to just cut it out, because I know sometimes you're working on it. Sometimes you're talking to your mom or texting your kids if they're with their dad, or whatever the case may be. You have important stuff to do on it. If you can eliminate that an hour before bed, great. Okay, make that your priority. Like, don't just stay up binge watching Netflix for no reason, right? Like, that is not helpful for a restful night's sleep. That's overstimulation. You'll kind of get an agitated sleep from that, which you probably don't notice if you do it every day. So, cut that out. Now, if you have the blue block lights, glasses, I mean, if you can adjust the lighting on your device, put the lighting all the way down, dim the lights in your house and in your room. Once it gets dark outside, keep the lights on a little bit and then dim them as soon as you can. All these things can help to signal your body and your brain it's time to wind down, time to get to sleep. So, try out some of these strategies. Let me know how you sleep and how you wake up feeling the next day. Remember, give yourself some love, okay? You're worth it. You're worth this time. You're worth this dedication.